All right, you guys, we're back. Here we are. Yeah. All right, so let's dive right in, okay? I had to take in a vehicle for a recall. Warranty issue, free of charge, get this done. Of course, while the car's in there, certain things happen, certain things go wrong, other issues come up, and I end up walking away from that experience feeling taken advantage of, as well as paying a very hefty sum of money. All right? And I don't know, all I could think about that day was just how I don't feel like we exist in this world and in this place to make a quick buck off of one another. It just doesn't seem like that is our purpose. Like that's why we're here. To just make a quick buck and to do so at the expense of another individual. Right? But so many times it feels like that's what's going on. And it feels like you need to be on guard all the time because no one has your back. Because no one has your best interests at heart. That honestly, we're not doing the right things. We're doing the things that we call them investments. We call them I'm being smart. I'm being savvy. You know what I mean? I don't know about you. I was reading this book that a friend recommended to me. I can't even remember the title now. I think it's called A Shepherd's Way or something like that. And I thought it was all metaphorical, but lo and behold, it's all about the life of a shepherd. And it's a fascinating story because there's so much to pull out of it. But one of the stories that he told in there was simply this. There was this shepherd, and he had these sheep that he was raising up, for breeding and stuff. And he sold them to this other individual, right? And when he did so in a way that felt okay, right? He was operating in a way that said, this is the right thing to do. Now, that's how he gauged his business, his livelihood, as well as his local reputation. And he managed himself that way. He conducted himself and expressed himself in a way that he was proud of. That's how many of the shepherds in the book, honestly, live their lives. Now, he ended up selling some sheep later on, and this guy came to him. And he wanted to sell the sheep. And when he did so, he found out that he made too much money off of this individual that bought the sheep from him. Okay? And when he found that out, he felt bad about that. So he went back to that guy and he said, here's the deal. You know what I mean? I feel like that wasn't a fair deal. And so what I want to do is refund you some money. I made too much money off of you. And the guy was like, I won't have it. I felt like it was a fair deal, and therefore I won't let you refund me, right? So now they're fighting over who gets this money. Anyway, he ended up saying, okay, great. They had some drinks. They shook. They went their own separate ways. Then the guy sent a check to him, right? And he was like, you're going to get this check. You're going to cash this check. I feel bad about how much money I made off of you. The guy, of course, just ripped up the check, didn't cash it. He knew that. And then so the next time he was in need of buying sheep, he went to that guy and he overpaid when he bought sheep from him. I don't know about you, but I read that story and I was just like, man, I wish that was the way we all conducted ourselves. The way we behaved toward one another. The way that we would walk into and out of agreements, disagreements, relationships, encounters, confrontations. I wish that we would have humility and grace and compassion, and not only just possess that and try to save it for the people who are closest to us, but just to like let it loose and out and spill onto every single encounter that we have in our daily lives, right? Like, I always go back to my Christian tradition, and I know that like early on in the pages of the Bible, it speaks of two brothers and how one of them mistreats the other, and how the divine kind of approaches that and asks the one brother, "Where's your brother?" And the brother says, "I don't know. Am I my brother's keeper?" And then the divine implies, yes, you are your brother's keeper. You are supposed to care for one another. You are supposed to watch out for one another, have each other's back, and help one another, right? That's why we're here. That's what we're supposed to be up to. It's looking out for each other and helping when we can, and doing what we know in our hearts is the right thing. Yeah. So anyway, I just wanted to bring that up to you guys. I had that experience recently with the car dealership. My mind was racing. I was thinking about the book, and I just keep looking at how we're all getting back into the groove, you know, with people, with relationships, with interactions. And I hope and pray and wish for you, for me, for all of us, that we can be our brother and sister's keeper. All right? So I'm going to leave you with that. Thanks for tuning in. See you real soon.